say not only is Sean Combs not entitled to bail, but essentially he shouldn't even get a hearing on this. And remember, Combs is currently in detention at the Metropolitan Detention Center out in Brooklyn, New York, after being denied bail by other judges. The main issues keeping him locked away are that the courts have held that the prosecutors have shown that he is a danger on the outside, he's a potential flight risk. Most notably was evidence put forward that he had been improperly contacting victims.
On Friday, a surprising announcement came down. One of his defense attorneys suddenly quits the case. I'm Elizabeth Milner with Law and Crime. Now, this particular defense attorney's reason for quitting wasn't really a reason at all, making his departure a lot more puzzling.
Shortly after Diddy's arrest, his defense team grew when he stacked on 2 more defense attorneys to join Mark Agnifilo and Tinny Garagos at the defense.
Growing up in LA when I was like 13, I was real close with Diddy's younger son.
I told y'all what I seen and what happened to me at Diddy house, and y'all finally finna see what the really been going on. His lawyer that he's done paid millions of dollars to fight his case has withdrawn from fighting the case. You wanna know why he's withdrawn?
002 to 110 interview. Welcome back to Celeb Misty. You already know we're about to dive into some serious legal drama, and this one is looking highly suspicious. So tell me, how does Diddy's top defense attorney suddenly disappear right before a major case? Anthony Rico, a seasoned lawyer with decades of experience, abruptly stepped away from Diddy's defense. And let's be real, lawyers don't just abandon their clients without a good reason, especially not at such a critical moment. Before anyone jumps to conclusions, let's get one thing straight. Rico is no ordinary lawyer. He has defended some of the most high-profile criminals in modern history. And yet, he suddenly walks away from Diddy's case just as things are heating up. That raises some serious questions. To understand just how serious Rico's past cases have been, let's look at the facts. He was involved in the legal defense of associates of Osama bin Laden, including Mohammed O'Day, who was convicted for his role in the deadly U.S. embassy bombings in Kenya and Tanzania. Rico's defense strategy played a key role in helping O'Day avoid the death penalty, securing him a life sentence instead. Now let's be honest, no matter how bad things look for Diddy, he isn't facing a life sentence, let alone the death penalty. So why would an attorney of Rico's caliber suddenly decide that representing a celebrity mogul was too much? Something about this isn't adding up. Did Rico see something behind the scenes that made him step back? Was there a deeper issue that forced him to withdraw? Because let's face it, Diddy losing such a high-profile attorney right before trial is a major red flag. If Rico has a history of handling serious, high-stakes cases, including turning death penalty cases into life sentences, why would he suddenly find Diddy's case too much to handle? This should have been an easy win for him, right? So what changed? Well, there's a theory making rounds, and honestly, it's starting to make sense. Diddy's sons might be making the situation even worse. Think about it. Your father is in serious legal trouble, and instead of staying low-key, you're out throwing parties. Is this recklessness, arrogance, or just straight-up denial? Take Justin Combs, for example. Reports say he's been denied rental properties for his parties because of his reputation for promising small gatherings that turn into massive, destructive events. An anonymous broker revealed that Justin would assure homeowners he was hosting a small get-together of 20 people, only for 200 guests to show up, leaving the property in ruins. And if you thought Justin's behavior was bad, his brother Christian Combs is caught up in something even more serious. Remember when Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy shocked the industry in late 2023? Just a few months later, in April 2024, another woman, Grace O'Mara, filed a lawsuit against Christian Combs. According to legal documents, she claimed that while working as a steward on a yacht in December 2022, Christian pressured her to take a shot of tequila, which she later suspected was spiked. She alleged that after complying, he became aggressive, grabbing her arm, refusing to let her leave, and forcing her to take another shot. But it didn't stop there. She accused him of kissing her neck, touching her inappropriately and making her feel completely powerless. As if that wasn't enough controversy, things escalated even further after Diddy's arrest. Christian's accuser's lawyer, Rodney Diggs, issued a bold statement saying, "The long-awaited federal arrest of Sean Combs is the first step in our clients receiving justice. We also anticipate more victims coming forward." Then he doubled down with, "We knew this was coming. The evidence is clear, and it was only a matter of time. This is an important step toward justice for all of Mr. Combs's victims, including my clients." Now let's be real. If a lawyer as powerful as Anthony Rico suddenly quits, it means something behind the scenes is getting messy. With Diddy's legal troubles escalating and his sons being dragged into controversy, one thing is becoming crystal clear. The walls are closing in. But the real shocker, it's not just the legal system coming for him. His own inner circle might be turning against him too. For years, Diddy has been surrounded by loyalists, business partners, and close confidants, many of whom have stood by his side no matter what. But as the federal investigation intensifies, sources claim that some of his closest allies are looking for a way out. Let's talk about industry connections. We already saw Anthony Rico step away from Diddy's defense team, but he might not be the last one to distance himself. The bigger the case gets, the more likely it is that we'll see longtime friends, employees, and insiders start flipping to protect themselves. Remember, federal investigations don't just go after one person. They look for patterns, associates, and enablers. And if the rumors are true, there are people in Diddy's camp who might be willing to talk to keep their own names out of trouble. So what happens if someone in Diddy's inner circle turns against him? We've seen it happen before in big cases. When the pressure is on, nobody wants to go down with the ship. And with everything that's being uncovered, someone in his camp is bound to crack. When legal trouble hits, keeping your circle tight is key. But in Diddy's case, his own family might be making things worse. Instead of showing unified support, his sons keep getting caught up in scandals, making people wonder, are they making things even harder for him? And now, things have taken another shocking turn. Diddy's high-powered lawyer, Anthony Rico, has officially stepped down from the case. And trust me, his exit was anything but ordinary. Rico filed a formal request with the New York court, stating, "Although I have provided Sean Combs with the high level of legal representation expected by the court, under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for him. There are sufficient reasons related to attorney-client privilege that require my withdrawal from this case." Let's break that down. Rico isn't just leaving quietly. His carefully chosen words suggest that something major is happening behind the scenes. Instead of exposing the details, he's choosing to stay silent. And that kind of sudden exit speaks louder than any statement he could have made. So now, the big question: what pushed him to step away? For weeks, rumors have been swirling about Diddy's sons, Justin and Christian, being tangled in their own legal drama. From wild parties to more serious allegations, their actions keep making headlines, and the timing is way too suspicious. Rico's exit comes just as more allegations against Diddy and his family are piling up. Could he have seen something bigger coming and decided to step away before it got worse? And just when we thought the story couldn't get any crazier, a man claiming to have inside information just dropped a video hinting that there's more to Rico's departure than we realize. So now, the real question is, what does he know? People aren't buying the idea that Rico just left because he felt like Diddy didn't need him. This situation is starting to look way bigger than that. One user even wrote, "This lawyer has defended the worst of the worst." It's not about money, it's about his life. Most of Hollywood is involved. Another added, "Imagine, this lawyer represented Bin Laden, then saw the Diddy files and said, 'Nope, I'm out.' Think about that for a second." Rico has defended some of history's most notorious criminals, and yet he took one look at Diddy's case and walked away. That raises serious red flags. So what's the truth? Did Rico step away because Diddy has things under control? Or did he see something so dark that even he wanted out? And what about Diddy's sons? Did their scandals play a role in this decision? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, smash that like button, and subscribe for more updates, because this story is far from over.